Hi everyone, this is I'm a Wizard on MTGO, and this is going to be Game 2, Round 4 of a PAuper Daily. Just wanted to explain my sideboarding before we jump into the game. I went ahead and took out 3 Pyretic Rituals and added in 3 Dispels. Going over what I believe to be his current sideboard, I just have to worry about Sandstorm and Fog. And, I mean, Dispel can also counter pump spells. So, I figure it's worthwhile to go ahead and bring in. Just realizing that he may very well have Sandstorm when I attack and I don't have Dispel up is something where I just have to be really cognizant of it. So let's go ahead and submit. Alright. I am thinking we should probably mulligan this hand. Everyone else, what are your thoughts? It would be pretty sweet if I was able to just kind of get there off of a no-lander. And since I'm up a game, I play way more loose, like, in all honesty. Because I would be drawing, I think, like 2 cards. But going ahead and just, like, looking at the deck editor here, what do we have for, like, actual, like, mana-producing lands? I mean, we have 13 lands, 17... I mean, if you want to count, like, Lotus Petals. So 2 draw steps to draw 1 of 17 in 53. I'm not really the biggest fan of those odds, especially since I need to draw land, then draw the Empty the Warrens. So, yes, I'd like to mulligan to 6, as unfortunate as that is. And this looks quite a bit better. No, won't be mulliganing that. No, sir. Oh, he has a Glistener Elf, turn 1. That is not looking very good. And we can do absolutely nothing. So let's go ahead and pray that we don't die. So whatever he's going to do here, I'm going to click my Manamorphose in response. Just so it'll ding on his side, and it'll have him thinking that I have something that's red that could be doing something. So go ahead, tap the red, and then let's go ahead and undo and untap it. The only thing that I'm like possibly going to have is like Lightning Bolt or something like that. So there's no reason for me to not like play around with him a little bit. So there's that. That's not quite going to be good enough. It might be good enough for next turn. But I mean, let's see if I actually get a next turn. If we make it that far, and if I do get a next turn, it's potentially something where I could win. Hit another land drop. Okay, so he has a lot of lands going on. Let's go ahead and pause for a moment, just to like get him thinking a bit. Again, like if he had the pump spells, I think he would have kind of just gone for it. But no, apparently it seems like he probably doesn't have the pump spells. So there's that. He's leaving 1 green up. Let's go ahead and see what he has going on over there, because I'm going to have to start doing things this turn. This is where the real game begins, is when I actually get to interact with his sandstorms and everything, because it just gets so much harder. Oh, so Apostle's Blessing. Okay. It's a Blight Mamba. That's actually a really unexciting hand for him. Did he, like, bring in Apostle's Blessing? No, he just has it in the main? Okay. I've seen that before. That isn't awful. But it's definitely not a Sandstorm. I mean, like, I'm not super scared of Apostle's Blessing. So there's a Bushwhacker. 1, 2, 3, 4, then cantrip, cantrip. So let's go ahead and begin this endless stream of cantrips. And I'm actually going to change this back into the same thing, just another blue and a red. And I'm definitely really hoping I'm going to be able to pull this one off, because it's looking a little bit scary from his end. Okay, so ponder, definitely not the best there. Go ahead and do this again. There's a desperate ritual, but I don't have the land to make use of it. So there's that. If I was able to find like another ritual in there, that probably would have been pretty sweet. But one cannot have everything that one wants. So 4 mana available. Yeah, I'm going to want to go ahead and do that. Get myself up to 5. And I am going to go ahead and ponder. So there is a dispel there. So what we want to do is we don't want to draw a Sandstone Needle. That's going to come just like a bit too late. So put that there. Then we're going to want Dispel on our next turn, because we're going to want to be able to deal with a potential Sandstorm from his end, or countering a Fog. So then we're going to put that on top. And then we'll just go ahead and draw the mountain now. No, do not shuffle the library. So now we're able to play this mountain out there, which means next turn we will have kicked Bushwhacker for potentially lethal. Now it's just a matter of we're able to survive through this next turn. It would have been nice if I would have been able to leave blue up, but I mean there was just no way that was happening. So here's what we know about his hand. Blessing, Forest, Blight Mamba. It's unlikely he's going to be able to kill us this turn, because we can block with 3 guys and then Bushwhacker and kill him. Trying to think about things that we're actually concerned about. Not blocking enough on Ichor Clawmere could potentially be an issue, because then he could Predator Strike it, and that could be bad. But Predator Strike, I don't think that card cantrips, does it? Okay, good, because if that card cantrip, that'd be insane. But even if he did Predator Strike his Ichor Clawmere, that would make it a 6/6, and he could get through for 6. I'm still blocking Glistener Elf and Blight Mamba, so I mean there's no way those ones are getting through. I don't think he has like a legitimate draw that's going to win him the game here. I mean, he might believe that Sandstorm's going to do it, or he might believe that Fog is going to do it, but I think he really needed that extra draw that turn to be like 2 or 3 different cards. Let's see what he's going to do. I don't think he's going to do anything. Might have noticed like all these extra notes in here. I was trying to see if I could brew a deck based around... what's it called? Ghostly Flicker. Yeah. Because I'd seen someone in the tournament practice room. They played it against me when they were playing a post-ish deck, and they were blinking out their Glimmer Posts and gaining life. And then I saw someone else blinking like Spell Stutter sprites, and I was just blown away by how amazing that seemed. Like blinking Spell Stutter sprite and Mnemonic Wall. It was just over the top. I mean, locking people out of a game, it was so cool. So he's attacking with these guys. Let's go ahead and take another look here just to make sure that we aren't like totally misunderstanding things. He could potentially have Nature's Claim, although siding it in so he could blow up his own guy seems like real loose. I don't think he even played his land. No, so Groundswell's not in the cards. So the best he can do is like +4/+4 off the Invigorate, I think. Like if I didn't block. Yeah. Whoops. So I will be declaring one blocker there, one blocker there, and I think just one blocker here. That way, even if he does Predator Strike, I'm potentially taking 5 poison, but that's still not going to be enough to kill me. Yeah. I like that. That seems good. So the Ichor Chimera gets bigger. It's 3/3. What you got? Okay, regenerate the Mamba. That seems fine. And what do we have? If he had Spore Frog, that would be such a massive blowout. But he doesn't have Spore Frog. So let's go ahead and cast this Bushwhacker with Kicker. Make sure that we're attacking with everything. So 24 damage coming at him with Dispel backup. And he says Dispel. I say Sandstorm?